Hello. Goodness. All right, I got so in what's the word I'm looking for? Got so caught up is what we're gonna say in finishing up that backup character that I almost forgot to come over here. But I saw it just in time, and then I forgot what I was doing. So, just a second. Let me turn you. Can you
Hi.
hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear myself. Just getting the volume on the headphones turned back up with everything new done.
Yeah. All right. Well, good evening. Welcome to Tomes of Isolation. I am your host, Roxanne Thompson, back again for more Alone Against the Dark from the wonderful people at Chaosium Incorporated that put out the Call of Cthulhu role playing game. Of course, this is our fifth week playing Alone Against the Dark. Let me get all my junk together. See, this is what happens when I am shoving stats in a character right before game. So I'm going to set this. I haven't really needed this handbook much, so I'm just going to tuck it under here. We did move my whole business, my whole production station hath been. Um, oh, thanks, Sean. Thank you for the comments on the overlay, and thank you for resubscribing on Twitch Prime. We definitely appreciate that. Um, let's see here. So much for so many months. Yep, we've made Sean subscribe every month since we were able to take subscriptions. So don't ever work for this channel because we'll make you subscribe. hmm That's what we'll do. So I'm subscribed, which by proxy means John is subscribed. Um, but as it is, let's talk about the game we're getting ready to play. Getting used to. I had to. I don't know. Those of you that were here on Thursday may be aware. Those of you who follow me on Twitter or Instagram may also be aware, or you may not at all. But I've had to. Not only have we moved my entire production station from one side of the table to this one, which now I'm at the head of the table and I have a lot more room. Um, and I've got this whole new setup in front of me that you don't get to see. Um, this computer just kind of crap the bed. I guess there's really no other way to say it. It just kind of
It crap the
it
bed.
just it just crapped the bed. So it was acting really funky the last several streams, and I finally just bit the bullet. And I was like, I'm just gonna wipe it, and we're gonna start over because I just can't afford to get a new computer right now. Because hello, COVID-19 pandemic. Um, but so we did that. Had some issues once I reset. When I reset it, it worked fine on Thursday. I hate Windows 8, so I wanted to upgrade, get it back to Windows 10. For some reason, that borked it and it didn't work well. So I ended up having to reset it again. So it has been a nightmare. And you guys are a little higher up than normal, so if it ever looks like I'm just looking like at something in your teeth, I'm really sorry. That's just where the screen is. Um, but yeah, so we're here. We're getting ready to head back into the pyramids. I did decide to do a little layout change. I was working. Oh no, Sean's monitor died Monday morning. That's no bueno because we know that Sean works from home, and that's not fun at all. But we were one of the reasons I did the layout change is because I was fiddling with it and fussing with it to try to be able to do. There's a little bit of a puzzle, I believe, this week as we head into the pyramid. Ol' Ernest is faced with this. I actually cut out the physical pieces before I decided to do this whole number online. So hopefully, I'm gonna blink over to it just to kind of give you guys a peek at it. This is our puzzle. It's pretty basic from the looks of it. It's literally just 16 of these little pieces, and I know it's going to be a little hard to see. I didn't think about putting borders on these pieces in the digital files until I got here this afternoon. But there's 16 of these pieces. They are lettered. And we're going to kind of navigate our way through this pyramid. I guess kind of the idea may not even be that it's necessarily a puzzle so much as it is how the player gets to navigate through. They get to figure out which piece can fit next to it, and then there's an entry listed on the route. So I'm going to pull up um, the information here for how to explore the pyramid, and we will kind of go from there. And I'm going to set Lydia aside. I went ahead and I statted out Lydia because I have a sinking feeling that our beloved Ernest, who has survived something like 5 or 6 attacks on his life, is not going to make it through this session. And I didn't want to just, I didn't just want to leave it alone and have to shut the show down if we lost him, and I didn't want to have to bore people with statting out a character, so I pretty much have her done except for her equipment, which is something that we could do in character if we needed to. As it is, brief recap. We started out as Professor Louis Grunwald in Alone Against the Dark, and he was a professor of... I don't remember what he taught, come to think of it, but he was a professor at Miskatonic University in Arkham, Massachusetts. And a friend sent him, the professor of archaeology from Miskatonic had been in, I believe, Greece, and he got a telegraph that basically said, I've been arrested, talk to this constable, and come get me. And his name was Professor Gliere. So Grunwald gets his stuff together, gets on a liner, and heads to Athens. And then on the cruise to Athens, he was essentially a group of 2 men, a short man and a tall man in a cowl, murdered him in the library on the ship. So then we brought in Ernest Holt, who is our current character, who has made it. This is his 3rd session now, so yay for Ernest. He made it through. Ernest is a friend of Professor Grunwald's, an industrialist, but I believe he's a Navy veteran. It said on his other sheet. And he lives in New York, longtime friend of Professor Grunwald. He heads to Athens. He is attacked, I think, 3 times on the boat, but he managed to survive. Gets to Athens. He's attacked at the Parthenon, survives that, gets a special item, which I need to remember what that item is now that I just recalled that we got it. You know what? I don't have my notebook. I believe my notebook's on my desk. John, if you don't mind grabbing it for me. You're already muted. But he made it through Greece, ended up going to Cairo. He had a heck of a time last week in Cairo. He was doing something like, let's see, he got lost in the desert for a while because he tried to take a caravan into the, what was it called? The Kataran something depression. I think it was the Kataran depression. Yeah, or Quatara depression, something like that. He and they abandoned him. What else did he do? I mean, he got attacked by a shop owner of like a kitschy tourist trap kind of shop. Yeah, he just had a rough week. But we had finally made it. I believe it's this one. Thank you very much. And if it's something that I've tucked away somewhere else, that's on me. That's the one thing I didn't grab when I was getting all my stuff together, was my notes. Oh, you know what? There's a blue notebook over there. I think that's the one. I have 18,000 notebooks, y'all, and it kind of depends on which one is near me. We're at least going to check this one. I feel like it might be in here. Let's see. 7th Sea is in here. Shell Game is in here. Well, maybe I was right the first time. Set that. Yeah. Let's see. Because this is all Louis Grunwald's notes. Yeah. Has nothing to do with our beloved Mr. What's his face? Mr. Ernest. See, this was the, you can see all the puzzle pieces I cut out. Okay. I believe this is our notes. Yeah. This is them. Yay. I think I had intended to copy them to another thing, but I did not. So we stopped at entry number 382 at 1 p.m. on October 4th, 1931. So, for any new viewers, this is our solo adventure show. That's why it's called Tomes of Isolation. Not just because a lot of us are in self-isolation due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but we have found adventures that are specifically designed to be run GM-less and for one player. And these that we've gotten from Chaosium for Call of Cthulhu have been pretty much across the board choose your own adventure style. We've also done a couple from Dark Eye, from Ulysses Spiel. Those were not. We didn't enjoy those as much as we have enjoyed these. So we were
Yeah.
liking the Call of Cthulhu ones. Yes, would you?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I agree entirely that.
Yeah, the Dark Eye ones were good, but they didn't make for great streams. We can get into watch those VODs if you would like to see it on our YouTube channel. So, how to explore the pyramid. Let's read these instructions here. Now that you have found the right entrance, which we did last week, we were able to talk to enough people at the university there in Cairo that one of the professors, Professor Jahark, I think was his name, gave us a map showing an eastern entrance. The generally known entrance is on the west side. So we had the map, we're able to get a bonus to our search, and then we stopped there because we didn't want to get into the pyramid and then have to leave. So, how to explore the pyramid. Now that you have found the right entrance, use the pyramid puzzle and the pyramid outline. Which I've done, I've cut out these 16 individual triangles. We have the blank pyramid outline. And then, so every time, let's see, what does it say? Do not cut apart the blank triangles that are arranged in the shape of the larger triangle. That is the pyramid outline onto which the smaller triangles or the puzzle pieces are to be fitted as you explore the interior. Every time you enter a new section, you will be told which triangle, as shown by the letter, to take. Oh, it's not really a puzzle then, is it? Place it on the pyramid outline with the small arrow pointing up, connecting to the section you're leaving. Lightly tape or glue the sections as you place them on the diagram. You'll be creating a cross-section of previously unknown portions of the this was funny. We are in the Tell-el-Amarna, I believe, pyramid, but there is a typo in the booklet here, and it says Tell-el-Amarna. So Tell-el-Amarna. But the Tell-el-Amarna pyramid. So it wants me to take section K and place it with the arrow up on space 4 of the pyramid outline. We are at the dot. All right, so let's go and take a look at our puzzle here. So it says take section K. If at any point, because I am switching between screens, I believe I have everything set up properly, but if at any point you cannot hear me, please tell me very quickly, or as quickly as you can type. Let's see. So they want us to take section K here and plop it down right in here. So we are at the dot on section K. So, looks like, sorry, I'm being persnickety about how this place is there. We're going to leave it there. So, from the entrance, you gaze into a narrow corridor which slants steeply down. A strange odor greets you. Oh, let me also put in here that if you remember last week, we had overheard some locals in Cairo talking about how people were seen essentially dumping bodies in this section at this side of the pyramid. So that's exciting. Let me get a pencil out because we're gonna be making some notes and some rolls here pretty quick. And a pen, because I like writing in pen. Beep. So, there. And we're gonna need some dices. Where did my dices go? Ah, they're already in the dice tray. Let's go ahead and bring up our little inset for our dice cam. But let's go back to the puzzle. And let me finish reading here. A strange odor greets you. To identify it, make a history roll. Okay. Well, let's see what happens with this history roll. Let me get my dice cam back up. Let's see. Do-do-do-do-do. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry. Doing a little behind the scenes tomfoolery. History. History. Well, it's not very good, y'all. It's only a 5%. And that looks like an 82. And those are baby dice, so if the dice are a little hard to read, I can break out these other dice over here. I've got a couple Cthulhu-themed dice chests and things, and I'm trying to use them more faithfully on our Cthulhu-based streams. Alright, so I did not successfully identify the smell. If I have no light with me, total darkness is ahead. I don't have his inventory sheet printed, but I thought I had a flashlight, but it doesn't say I can return to Tell-el-Amarna to pick up supplies left in the car. That will take me 1 hour. If you want to do this, go to 324 and then make a note to return here. Do we want to have supplies in the car? I'll go ahead and let that be our first question for the evening. Do we want to have supplies in the car, or do I need to go back to Cairo and buy supplies and be legit? So I don't remember what I had. I know I have a couple weapons. It seems silly that I wouldn't bring a flashlight, but I will go with what the audience decides. So let's see. Supplies in the car? Yeah, you would think that I would have probably picked up something.
Yeah.
Ugh. There is about a 15 to 20 second delay on our stream between when I say something and when you hear it. So that's why I wait a little bit in between asking questions. That pyramid need light. Okay. With that, I'm going to say that we have some in the car. So let's go ahead and follow what it says, which it'll take me an hour. Oh, you know what I'm also don't have out? My handy dandy sheet. That is something I did not mention for our new viewers. If there are any, for the rest of you, I will speak quickly. But yeah, I have to track every hour of every day while I'm here in while I'm in this adventure period. Let's see. So I have this time tracker, which literally has every hour of every day from September 1st, 1931 to December 31st of the same year, in an effort to, I have to like decide what I'm doing, how long it's taking me, all of that stuff. So when you hear me mention time slots, that's why. So it takes me an hour. I'm going to set my location table right there. Set Ernest character sheet right there. And it's taken an hour. So it was 1 p.m. We're going to say that it is now 2 p.m. to get back. It says, I may return to Tell-el-Amarna to pick up supplies left in the car. That will take you 1 hour. If you want to do this, go to 324 and then make a note to return here. So let's go to 324. And 382 is where we need to return to. 324, Tell-el-Amarna. The village is quiet. A gust of wind picks up dust along the way, or along the empty road. Here and there, a face looks out from a doorway. You spot the pyramid, one much smaller and less imposing than the pyramids at Giza. A well-trod path leads to the pyramid entrance. So it's essentially making me go back. It says if you need to spend a night at the end, if you left your car with the guide, go to 361. So I left my car with... Well, I had a taxi, so I'm going to say that the taxi driver is essentially the guide, based on these choices. So, 361. Your driver and car are gone. You can spend the night at a village inn, or sleep in the desert, or I can make a luck roll And I might be able to get a caravan to Cairo. So what would we like to do, fam? The caravan to Cairo would probably be okay. It was the caravan into the depression that was not okay. Do I want to spend the night at a village inn, sleep in the desert, or head back to Cairo? I swear, somebody knows something. They know I'm here. They know I'm here to find out their secrets. We're dealing with the Cult of Aten, is who we've been dealing with in this. Or that's who we believe wants a device called the Karpathos Device that is supposed to believed to be able to unlock perhaps the top of the temple of the Lost Pyramid of Akhenaten, I believe was his name. Hence the Cult of Aten. But yeah. Stay at the inn. Alright. Stay at the end. Let's see. Okay, 344. Here we go. Despite searching, you find nothing. Return to the pyramid at 360 or to the tomb at 376 or the village of Tell-el-Amarna at 324. Boo! Do village inns exist anymore? Like, literal ones? There used to be. Wasn't that a hotel chain? I think you're right, John, but I don't. There is no La Quinta. Not in Cairo, apparently. Interesting. So, I find no village inn. I can go back to the pyramid at 360 or to the tomb at 376. Maybe I was just supposed to go. I don't know. Why did it have me change entries? I'm just frustrated. I just don't want to have to go all the way back to Cairo and then all the way back out here. Or to the tomb at 376. I don't know of a tomb. So apparently that's not the one we're going to. Yeah, so I couldn't find a village inn. Is what the issue is. So, do we just want to go back to the pyramid and go without light? I probably can't do that. So, let's see something. Remember 344, friends. Oh. The tomb is essentially the known entrance into the pyramid.
Oh.
So is what 344 friends, thank you. So do we want to just go back to Cairo and buy a light and do this tomorrow? Cuz coming out here was not that difficult. I just took a taxi. So I can head back. I don't have a taxi though, do I? I'd have to get the caravan. Yes, go back? Okay. So, we're going to go, I'm on 382 again. Going back to 324. I left my car with the guide. Boink. So, I'm going to try to make a luck roll. My luck is not very good. My luck, because the luck will help me get a caravan. I don't think I can call, because I'm out in the middle of freaking nowhere, so I don't think I can call a taxi out here. So, or I will sleep in the desert, which I feel like that is instant death. But if I make a luck roll, I can get a caravan to Cairo. Just so you know how hard this is, my luck is a 28. And that is not a pass. That is a 74. So, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Did not work. So, at that point, it's really, I can go sleep in the desert. Is what it looks like. I don't have a car. I don't have anybody I can call. So, 319. The night is numbingly cold, but you survive. In the morning, you can go to the pyramid or to the village, or you can try to get a ride to a caravan if you like, if you succeed with the luck roll. So I'm back to where I was, except it's the next day. So, let me do a thing. Wrong sheet. This is the one frustrating part about this particular adventure, is that it really is set up to kill you. So much. I know it's Call of Cthulhu, but it is so set up to kill you. Let's see if you left your card with the guide. The guide is gone. Yeah, there's literally, unless I make that luck roll, I cannot get back to Cairo. That is where I am. That's a 33. I can't use luck on a luck roll. So, that's a failure. Now, it doesn't say that I have to do that only at once. I mean, we can go check out the tomb if we want. I mean, we can go in the main entrance and then try the luck roll again. Let's see here. What do you think, y'all? Just keep trying the luck roll until I make it, or do we just go? Because, I mean, at that point, we just are forcing 37. I'm, like, super close, but it ain't happening. Oh, there's a 19. No, 19.
2 hours later.
Yeah, I'll just mark off some time. Blink, 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 blink. There. 5 hours to get a caravan into town. So yeah, let's go. We're back in Cairo now. Thank goodness. Location tables. Where do we want to go? We're going to go to an outfitter. Urban Outfitters. Let's see. Retail merchandise. Page 38. Or entry 38. You can buy most any item. You can also buy hand-to-hand weapon or a handgun. So, flashlights do exist at this point. I can't remember what I was doing that I was looking for something and flashlights did not yet exist, and I was really sad. So, oh no. My character sheet got wet. Condensation. Alright. So I have a flashlight now. What else do I want? I got a flashlight. Got a... I already have gun. I have 2 guns. Do I need more? What about a knife? Should I get a knife? Lighter. Lantern? Is that too much? A friend, yeah. I'm very lonely here. Yes to a knife. We're going to say I grabbed a machete. And the reason we're going to say that is because I have the stats for a machete pretty handy. Set that. Actually, I'm going to set that down here. Let's see. We're going to pull out my other Cthulhu character, Claudius Rumtree, of the Detroit Rumtrees. And we're going to copy down his machete stats. Oops, sorry, y'all. Machete. I believe that's a fighting brawl stat. Which is not great, but Ernest does have some. And then that is 1d8 plus damage bonus. Touch. 1 attack. No ammo. No malfunction. Bum, ba, bum. And is that good, or should we get something else? I feel like that's good. I have a 45 revolver, a 12 gauge shotgun, and a machete, and now a lighter, um, a lantern, and a flashlight. Just in case. I'll wait for any other things that we might be interested in. Thank you all for joining us tonight on Alone Against the Dark Part 5. Sounds good to me too. Who do we got in chat? Oh, mine's not updating, so I have no idea who's here, but thank you to those of you that are. Alright, so now we're going to go back to Tell-el-Amarna, which is 324. And then we're going to go to the pyramid at 360. And then we're going to go to 382. Yeah, so there's a tomb entrance. We're just going to go back to 382 because we already know where everything is. So, ooh, rope is probably good. We're going to retcon and say I grabbed a rope. I have plenty of money, so whatever we need, we're going to say I got it because I can get anything, just about anything. And I am a rich boy, so. All right, we have Sean, Jess, David, Twan, Amanda, John, and a few lurkers. Did you name yourself? Oh. John's starting to talk in third person, y'all. Is that a sign of something? Yeah? Alright, well, hello all. Thank you so much for being here. Rope. I'm just going to add some rope on there. You are a lurker, Sean. We know. We know. I feel like I need to put something behind me because I keep seeing Harry over my shoulder, and I'm just like, only one can survive. That is the point of Call of Cthulhu, I think. And it's never supposed to be the player. Alright, so we're back at 382. If you have no light with you, total darkness is ahead, except for occasional faint patches of glowing moss. You may return to Tell-el. We're not doing any of that again. We're ready to go. If you are ready to explore, go to 399. So, I believe that is the first place on our little path here. So as you can see, I know you can't see my cursor, but we are at the little dot that the start arrow is pointing to. And so we are coming up on this terminus here that branches off to the left and to the right. And we are now going to read entry number 399. I wish they hadn't have called this a puzzle. I was really hoping to be able to solve something tonight, but if they're just going to tell us. You are in Section K. I hope that this is like an amusement park where that's like on a big pole with a little box around it that just says K. You know, like you have to remember when you go to theme parks where you parked. I'm in Lot K. At the end of the slope, you see a shaft down, and across the shaft, stairs leading up. You see what look like handholds in the wall of the shaft. To take the stairs, go to 332. Or to climb down the shaft, go to 352. Or you can climb back to the opening and leave the pyramid. So, we have some options. Do we take the stairs, or do we climb down? Or do we leave? We're not leaving, dang it. It took us all session to get here last time, and then we just had to fart around for 20 minutes to get here. Climb stairs or climb down? I'm just going to move some stuff around for a second. Doo-doo-doo-doo. You know what? I have sound effects. I have some sound effects. I usually don't do this for myself, but John doesn't have the plug, so I'm doing it. Apparently there's some rats or bats.
Quite a lot of them.
Quite a lot of them. Was it up to go down? Ooh! You remembered. Yes, 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 yes. What was the thing about to go down, to go up, and evil is there? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, what was that? I didn't write it down because I'm a dummy. Oh, wait. Where evil waits, the path to go down goes up. Where evil awaits, the path to go down goes up. So, do we want to go up or go down? The path to go down goes up. And the thing I think that throws me off is where evil awaits. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't know how I feel about that. The path to go down goes up. So I would say that we want to go up the stairs. So do you want to go up so you go down, or is it the other way around? Yeah, I don't know. Where evil waits, the path to go down goes up. So, I mean, I guess we're kind of assuming that the path to go down is the way we want to go. So we want to go up. Okay. Do 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 do. Yeah, I wish there weren't so many bats in that one soundscape. Alright, so we want to go. The path to go down goes up. We want to go up. Okay. So, let me pull up my book again. To take the stairs, which is what we want to do, go to 332. By the way, first you have to jump over the pit, which I was kind of wondering because it sounded like there was a shaft that goes down, and then across that is where. So, if you successfully make a jump roll, go to 305. If you fail, lose 1d3 hit points and go to 307. Okay, so jump. What is my jump trait? I'm a 62-year-old industrialist. Jumping is not something I do very often. That's a 20. Let's see what happens. Where's our inset here? And we can use luck for this if we have to. Not on a 94. Man, where's my good dice? So, I lost 1d3, so where's my d6 here? Let's see what we got. 3, so that's 2 points. I lost 2 hit points. I got pretty beat up a couple last session too, so that takes me there. Go to 307. At least there are handholds, so now I'm in section D. Let's go back to our little puzzle. Section D, and D is put that puzzle piece into the pyramid outline. So we're going to say here? This where it goes? This where we think it goes? Yeah, that looks like that's where it goes. Okay. Cool. Alright, so now we're in 307. For the corridor leading west, go to 395. For the stairs leading down, go to 303. So, as you can see on this map, Um, well, we probably want to do 395. Is that what it said? For the corridor leading west, that looks like the only way that we're going to get back up to where we wanted to go. So what is everybody's thoughts? Head to the left or to the right from where we are at 307 on the map? $395? I'm good with that. Okay, so we're going to take, I believe that said the west corridor. Yep, the corridor leading west, go to 395. You're in section D. You're at the bottom of a shaft and the floor slopes to the east. There seems no way to climb the shaft. I thought there were handholds. To go east, passing another shaft and then taking the stairs, go to 303. I don't like that it's forcing us to do that. Okay, so it says that there's no way to get up. Oh, this other shaft was the one that had the handholds. I see. Okay. I think part of what my confusion is with looking at this is I'm imagining a map, and as it said, this is a cross section. So when it says up, it literally means up. So I cannot go back up that shaft there to 399, and there's no way to get back up 395. So I have to go down. I have to pass another shaft and take the stairs and go to 303. So I am now, I wish I had a way to show you my cursor. I don't think there's a way to do that without doing like a window. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Ooh, I just saw something that would have been super helpful a little bit ago. Maybe I'll take a break and play with that. But anyway, sorry y'all. I'm just talking out loud. Let's go back to me. Don't you want to see me? There I am. So we're going to head over here to 303. You're in section L. Well, you're not going to see me for very long. Never mind. Bye. Section L. Right here. You go down the stairs. So let's see. So this must go here. You alright over there, Joe? Oh. Yeah, the weather and everything has been kicking our butts a little bit. There we go. Section L. 303. You go down the stairs until you come to a deep shaft. This pyramid is just full of shafts. You dimly perceive that the passage continues on the other side of the shaft. Do I want to leap across? That hasn't worked out well for me, but I can make a jump roll to try. If I have a rope and use it to lower yourself down the shaft, go to 351. Thank you, Jessica. We do have a rope. If you don't have a rope, you can try to jump down the shaft, make a jump roll, and note if you passed or failed the roll. Or I can go back to 307. Why? How can I go back to 307? I can't do anything there. So, lower myself down with the rope or try to jump across and check out 348. Rope. Is that the call? Just lower myself down? Cool, cool, cool. Let's do a thing real fast. I'm doing a thing real fast. There we go. All right. So, maybe 307 because the handholds, you can try to go back up to the top to 300. I mean, it literally doesn't give me that option on 307 because I'm in 306 right now. Or I'm on 303, so I'm on the same page as 307. So, it does. You are correct, Jessica. It does, but if you'll notice on the board itself, up on the left-hand side, it does say up as well. So, and east and west, so it's not like looking north. It's actually, that's the top of the pyramid at the apex there where one is. and I'm actually climbing through the structure of the pyramid, and it's a cross section. It's not letting me go back to 399, unfortunately. Like if I go to 307, all I can do is go down the stairs, which is where we just came from, to 303, or try to go down to that shaft where we didn't have um, handholds. But in this case, we decided to lower ourselves down to number 351. All right, the rope snags and starts jerking out of your hands. Make a strength roll. If successful, So, if successful, I hold on. What is going on? My rope snags, huh? That doesn't sound like something a rope just does. I mean, I just tied it off, right? 75. What's my strength? Not that. Fail and you fall to 373. I'm having a bad day, y'all. I'm just falling and falling and falling. 373. You learn that you have landed... Oh, I learned this. You learn that you have landed in a bowl-shaped chamber. You think you can hear the sound of movement, but you see nothing until you strike a match. Or a lighter. You stand knee-deep in a stack or pile of something, and the smell of blood is strong. Near you, something moves spasmodically. Your hackles rise. Make a sanity roll. Alright. My sanity is a 50. What do we got going here? 54. Either way, I don't lose a lot, so I'm not going to push it. Or I'm not going to use luck. I lose 1d3 sanity points. That's a 6 on the sanity, or is that a 4? That's a 6. Yeah. So I lose 3 sanity points. 1, 2, 3. Putting me at 47 sanity. If you climb down here, your rope falls and lands beside you. You're trapped. If you were thrown here, you're trapped. So, at least I have my rope back with me. If you are sane, I am, and have the amulet, which I don't believe I have an amulet. So I'm not even going to name it. It says if I have the amulet of Nodens, you may use it now. I don't. Is that a dog snoring? Sorry. My dog just made a really creepy noise, and it spooked me just a bit. If I do not have the amulet, or if I'm insane, above you I hear another sound. In the gloom you see a basket lowered. A whispery, otherworldly voice croaks, "Fill the basket!" So, I'm in Silence of the Lambs. It's been nice knowing you. Somebody please help me. Is there a criminal profiler here? Is there an FBI agent named, what was her name? Clarice Starling?
Hello, Clarice, yes.
Was it Starling? Was that her name?
Starling.
If you refuse the whispered instruction and have no effective magic item, which I don't okay, wait. I do not have the amulet. So, a whisper... It doesn't seem to say that I, if you... This sucks, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to read this. If you refuse the whispered instruction and have no effective magic item... I do have a magic item, though.
Yeah.
The guy gave me a ring. What was that ring? Wait. Where did I write that for down? That was in Athens. Right?
I believe so.
How did I not write it down? Holy monks. One moment. Remember, I met that guy in Greece. So, I'm at 373, by the way. It was a ring, though. I don't think it was an amulet of Naden's. But let me see if I can retrace my steps. So, we got there. How did I not write that down? But I didn't. It's literally... Oh, wait. Maybe it's in the other guy. Maybe it's on the other sheet. Sorry, y'all. Oh, wait. Wrong folder. Too many character sheets. Too many folders. Too many notebooks. Where are you? That's Grunwald. Holt. Did I write it on here? I didn't! What a dummy! God! I don't even play games good. Okay, so we're going to retrace my steps in Athens. We got it after we went to the Parthenon. And crap went down. So I did that. Did that. Oh, wait, that was not what I did. That was not what I did, because I did not die there. Or did I? That one. I did escape. I escaped. You babble a warning in English, supposing to your surprise he answers in English. We have nothing to fear here. Your terror begins to lift like a veil. He tells me what happened to Gliere. I'll give you this. It has power, though perhaps not as much as you would want. Use it against dead things brought back to existence. For a moment, a friendly hand has steadied you. So I have a ring, and it sits on my finger, but it is not the amulet of Naden's. So
can you or can you not? Does it require that specific item?
Requires that specific item.
Ugh.
So I'm just going to give you guys a little spoiler. It's a good thing I got Lydia ready to go. If you do not have the amulet, or if you are insane, above you I hear the voice. If I refuse the whispered instruction and have no effective magic item... I mean, it just says have no effective magic item, but I don't not have an effect. I mean, maybe I can use it on it, right? I don't know. So I'm just going to read what it says. If you refuse the whispered instruction and have no effective magic item, acid rains down upon you, burning you and eating into your skin. Lose 1d4 hit points and lose 1 sanity point. The voice calls again, fill the basket. Yes, fill it, your mind shrieks. Fill it nicely with bits and pieces from all the nice bodies down here, some of them still moving. Yes, fill it before they throw more acid on you, until you're part of the mucky mess of bodies. You continue to lose 1 sanity point per hour until you are insane. Though you remain on the job thereafter, it does not take long until you, too, become part of the grisly half-dead pile. That's right, it is the end. So... So mad. So mad. Boo. Boo. Do not like. Do not like. Because you know what this means? This means that we have to do this whole ship again. I hate the ship. Ernest Lau. Ernest Holt. Stuck. In a hole. In the pyramid. Boo. Okay. Well. Lydia is here and ready. So, we're going to move on with much sadness. Have to get back to her entry. Okay. So, I've lost 2 investigators so far. Apparently, you can lose up to 12, and still it be considered a success. So, where does Lydia begin? Sorry, y'all, I gotta go back and figure out where. Lydia Lau, entry number 37. Alright. Do you guys want to take a break for a second, or are you good to move on right now? I'm gonna print her character sheet, John, if you can get it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. It's alright. Throwing a couple weapons on her sheet here real fast, and then we'll 1d10 plus 2. That's probably right. That's probably right. Sorry. Alright, print. What? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, maybe. I might not be able to print it, John. I forgot I haven't added the printer yet. That's fine. I'll just have it here on this sheet. Okay. So, Lydia. Go on. I gotta get in the whole new mindset. You flirted with the city editor and then polished up the national editor. As usual, your skills and your baby blues got you what you wanted, and you don't mind giving an old goat a lift now and then. Besides, this could be the biggest story of your young life, or so you hope. Headlines sail through your imagination. Miskatonic mystery. Gal Gumshoe tracks down missing professor. Financier found alive. And your byline is under every one. With Gliere dead and Holt and Grunwald missing, you're pretty sure that the story behind this one will be a real jaw-dropper, and probably dangerous. Holt's been missing for 72 hours. You thoughtfully packed the gigantic revolver given to you by Bruno the Vice Squad cop. A girl can't be too careful, you decide. You can leave soon on one of the regular liners, and in the meantime do some shopping and research. Maybe even make a trip to Arkham. You send a telegram to your beau, Devin Wilson, aboard the USS Rochester, telling him your plans and that you'll keep in touch. The Sun's circulation boost from the story should blow that Pipsqueak Daily News right out of the water, you dreamily calculate. As for you, it'll be goodbye New York, hello Pulitzer Prize. So in the morning, I may go to any New York location. So, back to a little bit of time calculation. So we were on the 5th. He's been missing for 72 hours. So 1, 2, 3 days. So this is the morning. This is where Lydia starts. Is on the morning of October 9th, which is a Friday. Now, we know, because we've done this twice before already, that the liner to Athens leaves on Saturday, I believe, at noon. So we do not have time to go. Well, I guess we could go to Arkham. I think it takes... What is the timetable on that? So, like, if I go to the New York... Like, I guess I could probably go to Arkham quickly. But the boat leaves tomorrow at noon, so I am on a little tightened schedule. So What would we like to do? I feel like we have exhausted New York and Arkham quite a lot in getting through this. I think I can go to Lester Holt's apartment because he was my friend here in New York. Because it actually says Holt's apartment accessible only to Lydia Lau. But it's weird because Ernest Holt's apartment and only being available to Lydia is kind of silly because it's exactly it's his entry. So I don't find anything there. So, do we want to try to go to Arkham for a day? Or do we want to just hang out in New York and maybe go to the library, learn some stuff? I feel like we learned everything in the library that we could. Do we want to go to Egypt? I mean, all she really knows is that the professor is gone. I do have a Bremen location too. I don't know if we've had some information about going to Germany, but this is the part that I hate. I hate the restart because I don't know what I'm supposed to know in character, which I guess is nothing, but it kind of assumes that you pick up kind of where the other person left off. So, I think we'll just take the cruise to Cairo. Does that sound good? If it's only been 72 hours since he was gone, I'm going to say that Ernest Holt kept her updated. And so she knows some things. Because I don't like having to start fresh and then boring all of you with going back through all the things that we've already done. So let's check the... Sorry, I'm looking at the location table for New York. Let's go and check the Cunard lines on 104. Let's see if we can't confirm what I believe we already know. 104, the representative informs you that a liner departs each Saturday at noon, reaching Athens at noon. 9 days later. Alexandria at 1 p.m. 1 day later. Tickets available and include all meals. So we have some time. How long does it take then to get to Arkham or Boston? I think we have to go to Boston first. One leaves at 8 a.m. and one arrives at 3. The second leaves at 6 and arrives at 12:30. We can make the 8 a.m. In fact, it'll be 8 a.m. when I get to the train station, based on my time calculation. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll pop into Arkham. We'll go try to check out Glier's room or something. Or maybe we can check out Grunwald's place. Alright, 8 a.m. in Arkham. Or we're in Boston. Let's see, so we go to Boston. That'll just let us kill some time real fast. Wait here for your train. Alright, 64. There are 2 trains to New York City's Grand Central Station. Trains depart for Arkham at 10. Alright, we can make it. So, now we're at 16. If arriving in Arkham, go to any Arkham location. So in Arkham, we can go to the bank, the general store, the diner, Grunwald's home, the Harding house, which is where Glier had been staying, which is the professor that died, or we can go to Miskatonic University. Any opinions? I will say that Lydia Lau, her description lists her as, well, let's see if it'll let me do this. Her description lists her as having dark hair, piercing eyes, and a slight build. But the significant people are she's girlfriend to Devin Wilson, which is the fourth character that you can play in this adventure should Lydia pass. Was taught by Louis Grunwald, professional association with Ernest Holt that grew into a friendship. So she is the one that is kind of linchpin to, she knows everybody that you can play in this scenario. So she if she was taught by Grunwald, presumably at Miskatonic, she would have some association with the university and could perchance go there. So let's see. Why don't we see what they allow? It is a Friday and it is midday. Information available by phone. The MU library is open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So we can go to the library if we'd like to. Or we can go talk to Dr. Martin Finn, chairman of the history department. Or we can go see the dean. Any opinions from my beloved, wonderful audience? I don't think we've ever been to the history department. I don't think. Or if we did, I don't remember it. And I don't think we went to the library. Give you all a second. Let's go history. Oh, sorry, Hazel. Jinkies. The dean. Really? Interesting. Tiebreaker. I need one. I need one, or I'll roll a die. If I can get one more person to pick one of them, whether it's history, library, or the dean, or I will roll a die. Going once. Going late twice. Uh-oh. That was not supposed to happen. She may have had to step away for a second, which is fine. I will go ahead and make the call. And I'm going to say we're going to go talk to the history professor. I'm just going to go right down the line. I guess I could have rolled a die. Oh, look. Whatever that was went with what I chose. So we're going to go to the history professor. So it's after September 8th. Go to 143. Dr. Finn shakes his head. I wish I could be of help. Perhaps our dean, Dr. Wilcox, can tell you what you want to know. So to see the dean, I can go or go to the library. So the next on the list was the library. So we're going to go to the library. 145. For each hour at Miskatonic's library, you attempt to make a successful library use or spot hidden roll. If you make the library use, go to 25. If you, for the spot hidden, go to 70, or I can return to the university. So my spot hidden is definitely better than my library use. My spot hidden is sitting nicely at a 60. So let's see what we can make happen here. That is a 1. That's pretty stinking good. I wish those dice showed up a little better. But that is a 1. So I will happily take that. And we will go to 25. Aristotle Milonus, while collecting an undeniably tremendous treasure house of Greek art, has been reluctant to loan or even to show some of the National Museum's most interesting treasures. The Karpathos device, for example, has not been displayed for years. Its loan to other museums is, according to Milonus, unthinkable. So that was according to the great museums of the modern world, which we had learned before, which is why it was very strange to us that the Karpathos device, because Aristotle Milonus was, I believe, a curator at the Athens Museum, But the Karpathos device has been loaned to the museum at Cairo, which was very questionable. So, um, Miskatonic Library. I should have gotten more sounds for like library stuff. I actually think I have a Miskatonic library sound. Um, if in Arkham, go to new, which I am. So that's all we can do there. 145. And that's really all I can do. Um, oh, my bad. I did a spot hidden. I didn't do a library use roll. Well, we already knew that. 70. The myth of the cataclysm. So we're gonna forget what I just said, even though we already knew it. The myth of the cataclysm or the upheaval is one of the oldest tales and is found in nearly every culture. These imagined events, according to some Nordic myths, 3 or 4 thousand years ago. Or these imagined events occurred, according to some Nordic myths, 3 or 4 thousand years ago. Other legends, notably those told by the Shikastra sect of Tibet, date the world-changing disaster to as recently as 850 BC. Now that was written by T. Gliere in the Destruction Myths. So Gliere was at least versed in, he was, I thought, an archaeology professor, but it looks like he wrote a book called The Destruction Myths, and he says that every culture essentially has one, which I would assume is, I mean, the myth of the cataclysm or the upheaval is one of the oldest tales found in nearly every culture. So that would be kind of like a flood, like the flood story. Let's see. So 145. 145 is all that's all we can do in the library. So let's go back to the university and let's go ahead and talk to Dean Wilcox. He has had no word. First Gliere, now this. He shakes his head. Go to 82. So that's all I can do there. But it's kind of interesting to know that. So now we can go to any Arkham location. Where would we like to go now? Where would we like to head back? The places that are available would be the diner, which all you can do is eat, which I do need to eat. I haven't eaten today yet, and you have to eat twice. Grunwald's home, the Harding house, or the bank. I think the bank is literally just get some money. Yeah. That's nothing. There's also a newspaper. Oh, we can go to the newspaper. So the newspaper has additional things to do. So newspaper, Harding house, Grunwald's house. Newspaper? You okay? Do you want your headset back on? That's alright. So John said newspaper, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. For each hour spent browsing through the paper's back issue files, you can attempt one of the following: library use, spot hidden, or a luck roll. And if it is October or later, go to another one as well. So do we want to do a spot hidden? That's the one that I'm the best at. Not with a 92 though. 92 don't get us nothing. Let's see, my library use. Library use is a 20, and my luck is a 60. So let's go ahead and we'll say I spent another hour here. Let's go ahead and try a luck roll. That's an 84. That don't do nothing, even though that's almost a lucky number for me. And then we'll spend another hour, and we'll say a 39. That doesn't get us that, so let's just head over to, if it's after October, let's go to 172. Tibor Gliere's suicide stunned Miskatonic University. The disappearance of Professor Grunwald under suspicious circumstances has set rumors flying. Dean Wilcox is puzzled, upset, and unwilling to give an interview, but his secretary confides that Dean Wilcox hasn't had a clue as to what's going on. So that's all we get from there. I'm going to pop over to the diner and get some food before I forget. And then where would we like to go after that? If I don't hear an answer for where we'd like to go, we're going to get on the next train and we're going to head back to New York and prep for our cruise liner tomorrow. So I searched. There. Or no, then I went there, 8, there. Yes. Welcome to anybody that's in chat. We are currently in Arkham in our Alone Against the Dark solo adventure. We are playing Lydia Lau, and she has under 24 hours to get back to New York and get on a cruise ship to Alexandria. So we are investigating a mysterious disappearance, suicide, and then 2 disappearances of other players. Or other characters. So, we can either investigate Grunwald's apartment or the Harding house or head back to New York, get on the boat. 10, 9, 8. I'm not going to count all that. Nobody? Okay, then we're going to go back to New York. Back to New York we go. Back to New York we go. And so we're going to skip ahead. We're going to satiate again. And we're going to skip ahead to noon on Saturday. And we're going to put her on the cruise ship. Because there's literally nothing else that we haven't done 1,000 times before. This is our 3rd time getting on this boat. So, we're going to go and we're going to take that ship tour again. Ugh. Chat, may I make a deal with you? Is anyone here to make a deal with me? Because if not, I will just make a deal with myself and John, who is sitting next to me, and I know he's in chat. The deal that I am asking to make is that for every day of this cruise, we pick one of the events, and we just go to the day, and we pick one of the events to do, instead of having to plan our cruise like we've done the last 7 times. Well, your chords are not as important as my adventure, David. Amanda. No, it's okay. So that's the deal that I know we're doing the cruise. We have to do the cruise. But we're just going to kind of fly through it. So, 187. On the first Sunday, go to 73. If you have scheduled room, then go to 167. If you scheduled ship's tour, make a successful spot hidden. So let's go ahead and try to make that ship's tour. We could do the room thing, but we're going to do the ship's tour, because I don't think we really got to do it last time we got attacked. Let's do single events. Yay. I mean, she is young. She's only 23. Spot hidden. I made it. So, ship's tour, spot hidden. 69. 2 foreigners stand on deck. The tall fellow wears a robe with a cowl. He is perhaps Arabic or Turkish. A shorter fellow, ferret-like, looks in your direction. Though they seem out of place on the ship, they make you feel uncomfortable. Move on a day and go to 187. Alright. So we passed on. Yep, we got to do the tour, although I kind of feel like I remember that interaction. On the first Monday, go to 109. So let's see. Let's go to 83. We'll say that we strolled on the decks in the morning. 83. Oops, that's not the right one. 83. This way, every day we get to do something. Unless something bad happens, then we can skip a day. Go to 69. If you've been there before with a successful intelligence roll, go to 115. So we were just at 69. So let's do an intelligence roll. 69 was the one that we just went to, where we saw the two gentlemen on the... So my intelligence is not super great. She's not dumb, but... Oh, wait. I could be... I'm incorrect. My intelligence is actually pretty okay. It's 70. And that's a 28. We're good. Go to 115. You ask the purser about the foreign pair seen on the deck. Egyptian, I believe. Rather a strange lot, I'd say. Haven't been giving you any trouble, have they? You thank him and leave. Move on a day and go to the ship activity table at 187. So a couple of Egyptians. Doop. Egyptians. What is a purser on a cruise in the 30s? What does that mean? Does anybody know a purser?
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know what that is, but I don't know words. Egyptian.
An officer on a ship who keeps the accounts, especially the head steward or on a passenger vessel.
Okay, that makes sense.
They handle the money.
Okay. He carried the purse. All right, on the first Tuesday, go to 126. Did we want to go to a movie, shopping, or library? I'm going to say no to the library. Because we died here once. Or we can just move on. Do we want to skip this day? Do something fun. Do we want to go shopping then?
Oh, yeah.
Or the cinema? Let's do the cinema. That sounds more fun than going shopping to me. The film today is Alfred Hitchcock's Murder. You look forward to seeing the film and feel that young Hitchcock is a promising director. Make a listen roll. Record the result. So let's make a listen roll. I'm actually pretty decent at listening, too. My listen is... Scroll down a stitch. Is it really only 35? I thought I bumped it up. Just a second here. I thought I bumped it up. Well, maybe it's not as great as I thought it was. Lydia, why is your listen so bad? You are a reporter. You're supposed to be listening to everything. Lydia. Okay, every other character except for the one I want. Where is she? Where did she go? Oh, I know where I put her. Over here. So her listening started at a 35. I did not give her any more points. That was dumb. Well, let's see what we can make happen. Nothing! That's as close to a crit fail as you can get without crit fail. That's a 99. So she heard nothing. 137. If you made your listen roll, which I didn't, if you failed to listen, just as you become aware of people behind you, two massive leathery hands with the skin flaking off as they close, clamp around your neck like a vice and start to strangle you. Make a hard strength roll. You have 1d6 tries to succeed in breaking free. So, you know, that pair of Egyptians that are constantly seen on the ship, apparently they live on this ship. So, hard strength roll. My strength is not good. My strength is a 55. Let's find out how many chances I get to break that hold. Yay, I get 6. So I need to roll under a 55. I need to oh, no. It's a hard strength roll. I need to roll under a 27. I have 6 chances to roll under a 27. That's a 24 on the first one. Tink. 24. Yay. Okay, good. If you succeeded, you run out of the theater to safety. You will not be pursued, but your attackers will not be found either. Go to 126. Oh, so we can try something different if we'd like. Would we like to try shopping now? Or would we like to go to the next day and have a rest? Attacked on Tuesday at cinema by gross flaky hands. I kind of think we need to go to the next day. Stop going on the cruise for up-and-coming murderers. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a choice in this adventure. Although I am going to say, if she dies today, we're going to take a break. I think we might take a break anyway from Alone Against the Dark for a couple weeks and try something different. Just because I am getting tired of this freaking cruise. Okay. Whoa. Sorry, my book freaked out. So on Wednesday and Thursday get the same entry. So let's do 135. As you walk down a corridor, attempt a spot hidden. What's my spot hidden again? 65? 60? 60. Spot hidden. 74. Do I use luck?
Mm-hmm.
Do I use luck?
Use luck.
Use luck? I needed a 60. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna go ahead and burn. I want to see things. I don't want to miss things. So we're gonna bump. This isn't her character sheet, but 60 minus 14 is 46. Sanity to 46. Okay. Use luck, we succeeded. If successful, you notice a small Egyptian fellow lurking ahead of you. You may have seen him before. He holds something in his hand. So if we noticed the lurker, you took a side passage and quickened your pace. Now you hear his footsteps scurry after you. Is it only your imagination, or are the corridor lights dimming? Make a successful knowledge or education roll. So, knowledge education. She needs to go outside. Knowledge or education is a 70. That's thankful. You know, at least we have that. Plunk. That is a 62. Okay, so we passed. So with the successful knowledge or education roll, we reach the deck and the safety of the promenade. Move on a day and go to the ship activity table. So we survived. Yay. Good. That guy's trying to kill me. Almost attacked on Wednesday. So Thursday is the same options. So we're going to just chill and not do anything on Thursday. We're going to rest. And on Thursday, we rested. So let's go to Friday. Or actually, there might be something different there if we're interested. Because we've already done the one. And it actually gives me an option. So do we want to do something on Thursday, or do we want to skip to Friday? Suggestions? Friends? Family? Do a thing? Okay. So, on Thursday, we've already been to 135, so let's go to 579. A chance flirtation leads you to the ship's casino. You win $1d$100 at the Baccarat table. At the Baccarat. Is it Baccarat? Or no, I know what it is. I've been watching some James Bond movies because we've been playing our little Spycraft game, which is coming up again on Thursday. If you're interested, episode 2. And I've always called it Baccarat or Baccarat. I think I've always said Baccarat, but I'm also a Midwesterner. Um, and they keep saying Baccarat. They don't even say the T at the end. So I'm super not good at pronouncing words. So let's see what our winnings are. $5. I got $5 at the Baccarat table. Move on a day and go to the ship activity table. Well, you know what? It's better than nothing. +5. A chance flirtation. All right, Friday. It's not terrible money. It's something. But it would have been cool if I'd won like 70. Friday, go to 192. Go to 126. If you've already been to 126, go to 590. We have already been to 126. So let's do 590. 126 was the cinema. Cinema library, or cinema shopping and library. So 590. Excuse me. Wait a second, what happened? What happened? We'll go here. 590. The purser tells you that skeet shooting from the fantail will soon begin. To get some shotgun practice, go to 189. If you ignore the suggestion, move on a day. We're moving on a day because we got shot during that too. So we're skipping on to Saturday. Woo! Man, this cruise is flying by. On Saturday, go to 193. Go to 148. If you've already been to 148, go to no projectiles on the boat. Yeah. We have not been here yet, so let's go. At least I don't think so. 35. Oh, yeah. Yep, we've already done this. So instead, where are we? Saturday? 193, 171. We're going to do all the things. If you chose rest in room, oil painting, or cocktails, which one do we want to do? Rest in room, oil painting, or cocktails? I have a hunch that the rest in room could end in violence, but I don't remember if that's the same entry or not. Cocktails? Sounds good to me. 203. As you sit at the bar, an elderly man nods to you and quietly asks if he may join you. This reminds me of a meme, but I'm not going to share it. It's a mite inappropriate. Do I let him sit with me or not? We've never done this one before, so I have no idea what's coming. We let him sit with us? Probably. I mean, we're around, we're at the bar, right? 142. Martini, straight up, please. He turns to you. I couldn't help but notice, old friend, that some strange people seem to follow you. A word of advice. Stay off the deck, suspect everyone, stay out of the library and other lonely spots. I've never seen these assassin types in action, by God. You have never seen him before. He then talks about chess for a while, finishes his martini, and leaves. You never see him again. Move on a day and go to the ship activity table at 187. Man, wish we could have met him a heck of a lot earlier, telling us not to go to the library. Don't go to lonely places. But he likes martinis straight up. So did he even exist? Who knows? It's back to 187. We are on Sunday, the second Sunday. It is 171 is our entry, which is exactly where we were last night, so we can either rest in room or oil paint. Or go to the bar, but we know what happens at the bar. We haven't oil painted this time yet. Yeah. We're doing an evening oil paint. While you enjoy the painting on the deck, you notice one of the female passengers in the class is quietly weeping. Moving to offer her some comfort, you are transfixed as you notice what she is painting. The canvas shows strange, stalk-like creatures, repellent as they stand in a weird landscape of oddly angled buildings bathed in a purple light. Somehow the creatures seem to be screaming, though they have nothing that you can identify as mouths. Horrified, you move away without saying anything. Turn to 171. Who is on this ship painting scary butt paintings? Thankfully, I didn't have to do an insanity check. Oil painting bad. That's what I'm putting in my notes. Bad on Sunday. All right. So, we've... It took us back to 171, but that was an evening thing. So we can either go... we've already done cocktails, so now it's time to go this direction. Crumbs. It took me to the wrong page. Let's see here. I need to go to 385. Where's my... There it is. You're invited by your dinner partners to play poker. Oh, the poker thing. Make a luck roll. If successful, you win 2d10. Okay, so let's make a luck roll. My luck is... I put sanity, went to 46. That was actually my luck that went to 46. That is a 55, so I failed. If you fail the roll, you break even. So I broke even. And then... Next day. Yeah, this cruise is going much better than all my other ones. On the second Monday, you arrive in Athens, go to 173. We're staying on the boat, though. So... If leaving Athens, the steamer departs... we go to Alexandria. Alexandria Harbor and rail stations. The docks and rail station are near one another, surrounded by a web of narrow streets filled with shops and cafes. If you've just arrived in Egypt, you can stay in Alexandria for a night and find an excellent room. For dockside eating, places offering food and a variety of entertainments go to 221. Otherwise, your hotel provides a simple meal and you spend an uneventful night. In the morning, go to any Alexandria location or the Egypt location table. Or... I could catch the train to Cairo. The train leaves daily at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m. and arrives an hour later. Go to 205. Yep. Or a ship for Bremen leaves every Monday and Friday at 4 p.m. But she has no idea why we would ever need to go to Bremen. So we arrived, I believe it's a Tuesday. So yeah. So, do we want to stay in Alexandria for a night, or do we want to go on to Cairo? So it's the second Tuesday. I'm going to update my thing. I'm going to update my calendar. So we got on the cruise. And it is... It's like evening. Alexandria? We want to stay in Alexandria? Okay. That's fine. So yeah, so let's find an excellent room and let's do dockside eating and entertainments. 221. A meal can be obtained between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Do you want to talk to the locals? If you can speak any Arabic at all, go to 219. I can. When I was building her, I was like, we're taking Arabic. Gosh dang it. Because that was Ernest's big, you know, holdback. Uh, so yeah, let's go to 219. She can't speak a ton of it, but she can speak it. You hear many stories about making money and about losing it. If you mention Cairo, they show no interest. When you're ready to leave, go to 240. Make a listen roll. If successful, go to 227. So, my listen, as we learned earlier, is a 35. That is a 40. I think we need to go ahead and spend 5. Let's go ahead and spend 5 of our luck and bust that down a little bit. It's too close. It's too close to not do it, right? And we could not do this at all last time. So this, my friends, is exciting. Alexandria. So our luck is now down to 41. Still not too shabby. So we're successful. So let's go 227. It's not the right page. Really? Is that the one that I wanted? Sorry, something felt weird there. Yep, nope, that's the one I wanted. Okay. 227. A narrow tunnel joins 2 streets. You welcome the coolness. It's so cool. No. Suddenly, you hear someone behind you. You prepared yourself for action, but then 2 policemen enter the tunnel ahead of you. The footsteps stop, then retreat. When you turn, you see only the fringe of a white robe going around a corner. You return to the hotel unmolested. In the morning, you may go to any Alexandria location on the Egypt location table or depart for Cairo. So, I return to my hotel. It is now the next day. 6 a.m. in Alexandria. Places we can go in Alexandria. It is, I will say, we are about just over 15 minutes away from our normal call time. Let's see. For our normal Alexandria stuff that we can do, there's not actually a whole lot, it looks like. There's the harbor and rail station and the outfitters and suppliers, which is literally just shopping. So, I think we're going to have to go on and make our way to Cairo. So we catch the train at 10 a.m. And so train to Cairo at 10. Do you? She's a sneaky news reporter. She actually has stealth too. She got a 50 in stealth, a 60 in spot hidden, and she carries 2 revolvers. Oh wait, I'm reading Ernest's thing again. She carries 2 revolvers and a knife. And she's scrappy. I made her very brawly. So, she's going to eat, then she's going to catch that train. She's going to end up in Cairo. And remember, Cairo stinks. If we remember anything about our previous games, is that Cairo was a smelly place. You can get a good meal here between 5 and 8. An offensive odor like the scent of manure hangs over the station. Many British soldiers prowl about here. If you have just arrived, go to any Cairo location on the Egypt location table. Doop, doop, boop, boop, boop. Where would we like to go? She does handle her crap. She really does. Where would we like to go in Egypt? Do we want to head to that marketplace? She does not know anything about the pyramid. So we would have to go and talk to the professors again to get that map and stuff. I'm willing to do that if we need to. We're still before October 30th, so not a whole lot has changed at the museum, according to our location table. Hotels, hospital always open, other sleeping arrangements. Did I take damage earlier? No, that was that guy. That was this bro. He's down there being turned acid melted into gross sludge. So we're gonna tuck him away. We're just gonna tuck him away. Old Ernest. I'll keep that out in case anybody wants to see the Karpathos device. Talk to the dudes and get the info. Let's do it. All right. So, we are going to get a taxi at 103 because that takes less time. A few main streets of Cairo, cabs of every variety from sleek new Packards to old Fords running on makeshift parts can be found. You hire a driver to stay with you for the day or you can walk. Go to any Cairo location on the Egypt location table. So I've got a taxi that'll stick with me all day. And now we're going to head to Al-Azhar University, 149. So, we can visit the library. It says, much open-minded learning and studying occurs in this incredible Cairo institution. Lately, the presence of British troops makes many Egyptians reluctant to talk with foreigners. I can visit the library. Each visit costs 1 hour. Or I can visit one of the departments wherein additional time may be demanded. So, I can go to Islamic culture, ancient history, modern history, languages, science, or literature. So, if we just kind of want to breeze through this a little bit, let me check my location table real fast because it does have a weird, I remember the hours were strange. 7 to 11 and 3 to 6. So, we took the train to Cairo at 10, which means that we are into the evening time anyway. Did that say? It did. Okay, whatever. That's a misprint. So we're going to say that it's 3 o'clock. Let's go ahead and start at Islamic culture. I don't even remember if we did Islamic culture before. Professor Jahark will need to be convinced that he is wasting time with you. You can try one roll daily. I can try a successful persuade, successful fast talk, or I fail and return. I don't believe we ever saw where the amulet was unless it was in the museum. Because there was an amulet of, I thought it was the amulet of Akhenaten at the museum. But that, yeah, it would be good to find that. It might be in Germany. I need to check the newspapers at some point to see if it talks about, because it's an Antarctic expedition that's leaving from Bremen. And I think we're going to have to go there at some point. Let's see. Professor Jahark will need to be convinced that he's wasting time with you. So I have Persuade and Fast Talk. I believe my Fast Talk is better. My Fast Talk is sitting at a 60. My Persuade is only a 50. So we can try one roll daily. Let's go for the Fast Talk. Or do we want to do Persuade? Because it's 2 different entries. Do we think that Fast Talk... Because we tried Fast Talk one time and we offended someone. And they literally cut us off right then and we weren't allowed to come back. So, what should we do? Persuade or Fast Talk? It's only 10 degrees or 10% difference. See something. It's a little scary sound. Fast Talk? We want to try Fast Talk? Okay. Then we're going to do a Fast Talk. It's a little scary sounding, but that's fine. It gives us a little sound, so it's not just my voice. Alright. So Fast Talk is a 60. Oh. Didn't matter, I got an 80. So I failed that. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Okay, so we can't talk to Professor Jahark about Islamic culture. We go back to 149. We can either go to the library or do the history. Yeah, words are hard. Persuade. I can't do the persuade one now. Yeah, I already failed. So ancient history, modern history, languages, science, literature. I do speak more things. I might be able to do the languages because I thought we... Ancient or modern? Farlane? Maybe... I don't remember what we did. I think we did them all last time, to be honest. Ancient? Okay. Let's do ancient history, 217. Professor Jahark, so we're back to him, sees you if you can make a successful persuade or history roll. Choose either one, make one try daily. So my persuade is 50, my history is 40. So again, we're back in the 10% difference. So persuade or history, it doesn't matter, these are the same. That's a 44, we made persuade. I choose either one, make one try daily. If you succeed, go to 237. In his book-lined office, you can ask Professor Jahark about all of these topics. The Cult of Aten, the Lost Pyramid of Akhenaten, the Book of the Dead, or the Karpathos Device. Jahark has a 50% spot hidden skill. Make this roll. If passed, go to 286. So... let's go ahead and make his spot hidden roll. He didn't make it. I don't think he made it the last time either. Do we want to ask him about the cult, the pyramid, the Book of the Dead, or the Karpathos Device? But this is the guy who gave us the tip about the east entrance, the map. Oh, I wish he'd have made the spot hidden roll. I cheated and looked. Problem is I don't remember where I came from. Where did I come from? 237. I wanted to know. Device, okay. Karpathos Device, 297. I'm not sure that this passage refers to it. A cursed key for a cursed box. The top of terror it unlocks. Return to 237 if we have more stuff. So this was the weird rhyme that pops up actually several times. If you have more to ask the professor, or if you're finished with him, go to 149. Do we want to ask him about the cult, Book of the Dead, stuff like that? Or move on? He's the one who gives us the map, but I don't remember how. But we asked him about everything before. So yeah, let's ask about the cult on 270. He laughs bitterly. No cult, my friend. Cult makes it sound understandable. They do not belong to Aten. What can I say of them? They are murderers, perhaps, ghouls more likely, but the merest pebbles under the feet of their master. If you desire more information, go to 237. We do. So let's now ask about the pyramid. I'm just going to go through these, because it's just easier that way. No, the pyramid is not lost. In fact, it is at Tell-el-Amarna. A small structure, but one with secrets yet unlocked. Go to 294. He drums his fingers. I have something for you. Should you go to the pyramid, search where the mark is. He hands you a map. Search on the east side. An opening must be there. If you use the map, you get a bonus die for rolls required to find such an opening. So that's how we got the map. Yay! Map of east entrance. One thing we don't have this run through, guys, because we didn't go to Athens, we don't have that ring. So just a reminder, we do not have the ring. So map of east entrance. Would we like to continue talking to him, or do we want to stop here for the tonight? We could probably go and get one more note. Gosh, I wish I knew how to get there. I wish I knew how to get there. Guys, he can be a companion. And I don't know how to get there. 237. Book of the Dead, 291. Ah, yes. Well, that book is actually called the Book of the Undead. Those mummies are real, my friend. They must be burned like so much offal or manure to be destroyed. Surely you've smelled the odor around the city and have seen the troops racing about. That is one secret of Cairo which no one, not even the British, dares to speak of. Why be alarmed? You're safe enough for the moment. Return to 237, or if you're finished here, go to 149. So we've asked him everything we can ask him. So I'm going to say we're going to stop there. Or I could... We're just going to stop there. I think with talking to him as much as we did, the school is about to close anyway. I'm going to say that puts us at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Where's my 6 p.m.? This is where we stopped at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, October 21st of 1931. So, this is where I ask, I'm going to make some announcements here in a second, but I also want to ask, do we want to continue with this again next week, or do we want to take another break? We took a break before when Professor Grunwald passed, or was killed, because Mr. Holt passed during the session. We went ahead and went straight into Lydia, plus I already had her ready. We can continue with her next week, or we can take a break. We've done 5 weeks of this, 3 of them back to back. I kind of want to play. We got a couple new adventures, and there's another Call of Cthulhu one. It all depends on whether or not John wants to play. He's been letting me kind of take this over for a while, and I've enjoyed it because this is fun. But I do have some new adventures from another game that kind of sound fun too, if we'd like to do something different. So I see that Amanda said if we want to take a break, it's cool. Anybody else have input on that, or do we want to just kind of try to run this through until the end, or at least go through the investigators that we have, which is Lydia and then her beau Devin, and after that take a prolonged break before we start back over. That's kind of how the adventure even says you're gonna lose these investigators multiple times. So I'm open either way. Because we can get her back, now that we know this already, we can go spend a day at the museum, and then get all the info there, and then head over to the pyramid again, and get right back into the puzzle next week, if that's what we'd like to do. I don't know. Like I said, I'm good either way. Let me make a few announcements. If somebody wants to chime in with input on that, feel free. This Thursday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. Pacific, we will be diving back into Spycraft in our show, The Shell Game. John is the GM for that. It stars myself, and as agent, or as operative, what's my name? Osprey. Alyssa Appleton from Total Party Kill as Hemlock, and Sean, who is usually on our Call of Cthulhu streams with us, will be reprising his role as Flint. And we had just gotten to Berlin after being in the jungles of Colombia, I believe it was.
Yes.
Or Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah, the jungles of Cuba, where we had found and documented the presence of an intercontinental ballistic missile. But yeah, so if you're up for some spycraft and espionage shenanigans in 1960?
1962.
1962? Please join us Thursday. Again, that is 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, or 7 p.m. Eastern. And we will be doing that. It's pretty cool. It's all black and white and stuff like that. And we kind of we're trying to do up the feel of the time period. Next Tuesday, again, we'll be back here for Tomes of Isolation at 7 p.m. Central. Whether that's playing Alone Against the Dark or Chronicles of, I think it's Crater Lake Chronicles. We'll determine that between now and then. Then, following up next Thursday, so a week from this coming Thursday, we are returning to Bunkhouse B, which is another Call of Cthulhu side quest that we have. Illuminated Page is taking yet another week off. One of our cast members just moved. He's off doing laundry, and his fiance is here is here in the chat with us. Bunkhouse B is the summer camp adventure that we started last week with Sean, John, and Matt, our normal keeper for Illuminated Page, playing young boys 12, 13 years old at summer camp in somewhere in the forested hills of the Midwest in at Camp Kiwagwa in Bunkhouse B, summer of 1991. So it's another kind of out of the timeline game, but it was a lot of fun that we played last week. We're looking forward to getting back to that. So beyond that, I don't think we have anything major to announce about the show. Check us out on our YouTube channel, Quiet Gentlemen. You can also catch some of these shows. I believe our Tomes of Isolation are uploaded to the Passion Early Podcast YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, share, whatever you like to do. We'd love it if you followed us here. If you want to subscribe, that's great. If not, we just appreciate you being here and participating in chat and telling your friends that you spent some time with us. Other than that, I think that's about all that we're doing. Hi, David. He's been watching on his phone, too. So thank you all for coming out tonight. We will see you on Thursday with Spycraft, and if not then we'll see you on Tuesday with more Tomes of Isolation, and we'll see if we're doing Savage Worlds or if we're jumping back into Call of Cthulhu. So we love you guys. Stay safe out there, and we will see you when we see you. Have a good night.